Hey Cultivator, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share this video with you because as a former recruiter who has interviewed hundreds of candidates and now as a career coach who has coached hundreds of job seekers, I've seen this question trip up so many people during the interview phase. That question is, so tell me about yourself. Also known as, will you walk me through your resume or walk me through your background? The question seems simple enough, but I've had so many people either overshare or undershare, and I've also had so many clients just openly tell me, I have no idea what to say. So if that is you and you have an upcoming interview prepared, I want to just make sure that you watch this video and you really implement this simple foolproof formula that I'm going to walk you through, because no matter where you are in your job search process, you can betcha this question is going to come up. Your response will also set the tone for the remainder of the interview. So if you want to really snag that dream job offer, I highly recommend that you sit through this formula and really craft your own. And for those that are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Emily Liu. I'm a career happiness coach over at Cultivate, and I help job seekers position themselves as the top 1% of candidates so that they can land their dream jobs. If you're new and wanting the freshest career advice, make sure that you hit the bell to be notified every time I launch a new video every Thursday, and don't forget to subscribe. Without further ado, let's dive in. So throughout the years of recruiting, I have actually heard everything under the sun. I actually had somebody start off by telling me what hospital they were born in. I had another person tell me about all of these world excursions that they've been on. And while all of that is great, what we want to know as the hiring manager or recruiter is, how can you do this job and why are you in this seat today? That's the big question that is being asked here. So if your hospital that you're born in has nothing to do with this job or this company, it's probably not necessary to share. If you want to share just your personal hobbies or your interest, you can absolutely have one sentence at the very end of your answer to highlight that, but you don't want to monopolize your time in this very answer with leaving the person that is interviewing you wondering, so what can this person do? This is really your opportunity to showcase what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're looking for. So in other words, we're going to go over your past, your present, and your future. That's the simple formula. So let's talk about the past. I have had people, when I asked them to walk me through their resume, literally regurgitated everything that was already in front of me, and it was a snooze. So take this time to really talk about what's in between the lines of your resume. In other words, I want to know, how did you get to where you are today? Did you have a defining moment that really led you to know that this is the path that you're on? Is there a reason why you made the certain career moves that you did? Were you called in any certain way? What did you really learn, or what did you really accomplish that you're super proud of that has led you to become the best candidate for this role today? That's what I really want to know in your past. It's not necessarily this play-by-play of everything that you've done. Rather, it's a high-level overview of what you bring to the table given your past experiences. So let's go over an example of how this might sound. First off, I'd like to thank you for inviting me in for an interview. I'm excited to be here. I started off my career in recruitment in the most serendipitous way. I was actually seeking a legal support role when I walked into a legal staffing agency. I was just so impressed by how this recruiter was willing to help me find a job without having to pay anything. This is before I learned how recruiter commissions worked. In that conversation, the recruiter asked if I ever considered becoming a recruiter. She ended up hiring me internally that day to support the CEO of a $200 million staffing agency. It was such a great opportunity for me to learn the ins and outs of the recruitment business from an operational level. And funny enough, after 6 months, the CEO actually asked if I would consider becoming a recruiter for attorneys and legal support staff. Since then, I've successfully placed hundreds of candidates in direct hire and temp roles. I've spent the past 6 years refining my business development, relationship building, and prospecting skills. Recruiting has been extremely rewarding because I love helping people find top talent, and I just love being able to change a candidate's life by providing a new life-changing opportunity. I also got a really great thrill from finding the purple squirrels that my clients thought were impossible to find. As you can see from this example, it's really about focusing on the attributes and the characteristics, the skills, the experience, and the qualities that are going to be the most important to your interviewer. What is it that they care about? And if you conducted the SWOT analysis, click here. If you want to watch that video, you should know exactly what to highlight because you've already looked through the strengths that need to be called out during your interview prep. All right, now it's time for step 2 of the formula, which is your present. So many employers want to know what you have done most recently or what you're doing in your current role that allows you to immediately contribute for this new position that you're interviewing for. So again, we're not necessarily wanting to highlight the specific examples or draw upon examples that were done maybe 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. Employers want to know, what have you been doing currently that positions you so well for this new opportunity? So here in this section, you're really going to be highlighting again what is most important to that employer. What is it that they really asked for in that job description that you can now share? This is exactly what I've been doing, and this is actually just a natural extension of where I'm headed towards. So let's go over another example. About 2 years ago, I transitioned into the corporate talent acquisition side within Netflix's talent acquisition team. Here, I'm responsible for managing up to 25 requisitions from entry-level positions all the way to the director level. I've been able to mentor and train new recruitment hires as well as lead the strategy for all of our internal operations. I'm most proud of streamlining our systems, such as implementing set recruiting meetings and interviewing schedules within our hiring teams. This has allowed us to bring in top talent quicker and also reduce the average fill rate from 55 days to 40. In this role, I've really honed my team management, operational management, and technical recruitment strengths. As you can see from that example, again, I'm just highlighting the main important qualities, characteristics, experience, skills that my hiring manager is most curious about and also most intrigued about based on the job description that was given. Now it's time to move into the final step of this formula, which is really positioning yourself for your future. Again, why are you in that chair today? And bonus points to you if you're able to tie in the company's mission, their values, or just really demonstrating that you've done research on this role and this company and you would love to join their team. So let's take a look at another example. Moving forward, and why I was so excited to learn about this role, I'm really looking for an opportunity to help an organization that is making a direct impact on communities around the globe. I've been following TOMS for some time, and I've actually been a loyal consumer since 2012. I just absolutely love what TOMS stands for, and it's amazing that the company has donated millions of shoes to those who really need them. I'd love to help the company further its mission by hiring the best candidates, as I know a company is only as good as its people. If given an opportunity, I'd love to help continue streamline your recruiting operations, as well as manage a team to ensure that we can stay competitive with the market and reduce any staff shortages. There you have it. Congratulations. Once you piece together your past, your present, and your future, you have the framework and the foundation to answer "Tell me about yourself" with ease. You don't have to worry about oversharing or undersharing, but most importantly, you're positioning yourself as the candidate that is qualified and can immediately contribute into this new role. Don't worry about thinking, oh my gosh, am I sharing enough? Just know that the interviewer's job is to probe further. They might be more curious about your past and they'll go there. Maybe they're interested in your future and they'll ask you a little bit more about your long-term vision. You can always elaborate and clarify, but leave that to the interviewer, because now by giving this strong foundation, you've given them a lot of areas to bounce off of, and most importantly, you're really building rapport and demonstrating that you're an A candidate. You should be really proud of yourself. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you also are brave enough to leave a comment on your "Tell me about yourself" answer, I'd love to read it. I read every single comment that comes through, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.